Hello, my dear students. How are you? I'm sure you're fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm fine too. I'd like to welcome you all to my today's class urged by government Shahsti College Muktagasa Singh. The class is being conducted by me, Muhammad Rizal Karim, lecturer, Department of English, Government Shahsti College Muktagasa Singh. Dear students, the class I'm going to give you today here is on modifiers, a topic in your syllabus, English second paper. The class is designed especially for the students of ACC second year. The class also will be helpful for the students learning English at different stages. So dear students, let's get started our today's class. Okay, the topic I'm going to be dealing with is modifiers. Modifiers. So what actually we mean by the name modifiers? What is it? Actually, modifiers are those words, phrases, or also clauses that actually describe or add information to other parts of spaces, especially noun, adjective, verb, adverb. So these are the parts of space: noun, adjective, verb, and adverb. These four parts of space are actually modified by other words, phrases, or clauses, and those actually add values, add information, or tells something more about those verbs, adjective, verb, or adverbs, to which it gets associated with and adds meaning to the existing noun, adjective, verb, or adverbs. The thing will be clearer if we just give examples. Let's try to follow the examples. The examples will actually clarify the idea to you. How does it do? If we write down a sentence like this, he is a man. Okay, we can understand what is it. He is a man. The sentence is grammatically correct, but the information it gives is very limited. We don't know much about this man. Just I have told about he is a man, but who is he? What is his identity? Etc. etc. We don't know. But if we add modifiers with this very noun man, then his identity will be clearer. So if we write down like this, let's see, he is a tall, handsome man. So here it becomes a bit clearer than the first one. So here the sentence, he is a tall, handsome man. So here, tall, handsome. These two words actually modify the noun man. And these two words have been put actually before the noun man. So these are pre-modifiers. So we'll be talking about pre, post, or other modifiers, etc. etc. But first of all, we have to be clear what modifiers actually are. So here we see tall and handsome. These two words actually give us more information about the man. So the man is tall, not short. So this actually specifies the man, determines the identity of the man. Tall, he's handsome, not ugly, etc. etc. So we can also extend the sentence adding something after the noun man. Look, he is a tall, handsome man standing over there. So 1, 2, then comes 3. If we compare these 3 sentences, we see the sentence number 3 gives more specific information about the man. So in the first sentence, it says that just he is a man, but we don't know about the man. We don't know something more about the man, who the man is, where he comes from, what he is doing, or how does he look like, etc. etc. We don't know. But in the second sentence, it gives a visual information of the man. He is tall and handsome. So he is tall, he is handsome, he is not ugly. So he is attractive. So actually these 2 words differentiate the man from other men who are ugly, who are small, etc., etc., who are shorter. He is tall. So this actually differentiates, specifies the man, identity of the man. And in the third sentence, it becomes more clear because it says that this is the man who is standing over there. So he is differentiated from other men in other places. So we can find the man out if we take into consideration the identity. So if you are told to find the man out, it's possible, because here it says that the man is tall. So you have to find out a tall man, then handsome man, and not other man, rather the man who is standing over there. So he is standing somewhere else and you have to catch him up. So this is possible. So actually modifiers help us specify, determine a person or a thing. I mean, actually it clarifies the identity of a noun, verb, adjective or adverb. So this actually the modifiers here have been added with the word man. So they have some other criteria too to understand whether it is modifiers or not. Look, in the first sentence, he is a man. The sentence is correct, grammatically correct. The second sentence, if we subtract or if we just pen through pen and someone, the sentence is grammatically correct. So these are extra information that gives extra information about the words whom it modifies, whether it is noun, verb, adjective or adverb. So tall, handsome, these are extra information. So these are modifiers. These are not the integral part of the sentence, rather this is giving extra information. Then here tall is the third sentence, tall, handsome and standing over there. These are all modifiers. These are all modifiers. Tall, handsome, standing over there. These are all modifiers because these have been used just to give more information about the noun man. So these are modifiers. So modifiers are the extra information that add values, that add information, that specifies, that determines the identity of the word with whom it gets associated with, whether it is noun, verb, adjective or adverb. So the examples I have given here is on what? Modifiers of noun. Let's give examples on verb, adjective and adverb one by one. Look, horse can run. Horse can run. The sentence is grammatically correct. Correct. Because this has subject and verb and it gives a full information. Horse can run. So the sentence is correct. But the question is, how does it run? Fast or slowly or anything else? Obviously, horse can run fast. So the word first, without the word first, the sentence is correct, but it lacks information, and the lacking is filled in up by the word fast. Horse can run fast. So the word first here actually modifies the verb run. This tells something more about the activity, about the action, action of running. It is happening fast. So the word first tells something more about the verb. Therefore, this is a modifier of the word verb. This is the word first is modifier of the verb run. This modifies the verb. So first is here modifier. If we ask the verb where, when, how, where, when, how, where the action takes place, when the action takes place, how the action takes place. If we ask these three questions to the verb, there have some other criteria too, but precisely this is actually this that I am talking about. So if we ask the questions, three questions to the verb, we obviously will have answers to any one of the questions, any one of the three questions, and the answer will be modifier. So here horse can run fast. First is a modifier. We can also give some other examples like this. The man is sitting on the bench. Look, the man is sitting. If we put period or full stop here, the sentence is grammatically correct. The man is sitting, correct, but we don't know where he is sitting, how is he sitting, etc., etc. So the answer we will find here on the bench. We have asked the question of where is the man sitting? The man is sitting on the bench. So on the bench, this is actually modifiers, because this gives information about how the man is sitting, where the man is sitting. So on the bench, actually this is a phrase, this is adverbial phrase, and the phrase answers to a question, that is where the man is sitting. The man is sitting on the bench. So on the bench, if we omit this phrase, if we pen through this phrase from here, the sentence is correct. But if we add it, it gives more information. So this is modifier. On the bench has been used here as a modifier of the verb sitting. So this is modifier. Then let's give example, the modifiers of adjective. Here, look at the sentence. She is beautiful. So this is correct. Exactly, the sentence is correct. But we can write it down like this. She is very beautiful. So here the sentence very beautiful. So this tells about the degree of her beauty. How much beautiful is she? She is very beautiful, extremely beautiful. So the word very actually tells more about her beauty. So if we write it down like this, she is beautiful, the sentence is correct. But if we write this like this, she is very beautiful, so the sentence is correct. But second sentence gives more information than the first one. So here the word very actually modifies the adjective beautiful. So here very is a modifier and it modifies the adjective beautiful. So let's give example of an adverb being modified. Okay, the sentence is correct. I can write. I can write. So the sentence is grammatically correct. But I can write. But the sentence I can write fast. So compare these two sentences. First one is I can write. Sentence is correct. Second one is I can write fast. I can write fast. So the word fast actually tells something more about the verb write. How can I write? I can write fast. So this word, I mean fast, gives answer to, or actually this answers to the question how. How do I write? I write fast. So the word fast actually modifies the verb write. So here we have seen noun can be modified, verb can be modified, adjective can be modified, and verb can also be modified. So these four parts of a speech: noun, adjective, verb, and verb. And sometimes a full sentence can also be modified. A full sentence can also be modified. So we have to be careful about who modifies whom, which part of speeches are modified and which are the words, phrases and clauses that modify those parts of speeches. So one by one we have to learn what are the modifiers and what are modified. Then we have to practice in single sentences, then in passages. And this will help us understand the topic, use it in our writing, in our speeches, and obviously this will help us get full marks in that very item. So my classes on this topic will be a series of lectures, a number of classes. I expect you will follow my class and you will be more clearer. Your ideas will be more clearer. Just follow my classes. And one thing I'd like to remind you, my dear students, like, share, and obviously subscribe my channel, because this will help me continue my classes one by one, and this will help me prepare my lectures very easily so that you can understand very easily. Okay, let's move on. First of all, I will be dealing with noun phrases. That means modifiers of noun. What are the modifiers that we can use with noun? So, first thing is to work with the modifiers of noun. What are the first of all, let me give an example of a noun phrase and show you how modifiers work here. Okay, dear students, look here. I is subject, now is a transitive verb, because this names an object. I know. Whom do I know? Kake ami chini. Kake, I mean kake. Whom? And the answer is the beautiful girl coming here. The beautiful girl coming here. So look at this very phrase. This phrase starts with a determiner, the. So the, a and the, these are article, we know. This is actually determiner. So if any phrase begins with a determiner, this is a noun phrase. If any phrase begins with a determiner, this is noun phrase. The determiner might be article, possessive, my, our, your, his, her, their, etc. Demonstrative, this, that, these, those. Quantifiers, mass, many, few, little, several, all, etc. etc. Then numerals, 1, 2, 3, 4, first, second, third, fourth, other, next, etc. etc. These are actually determiners. If any phrase starts with a determiner, it is noun phrase. So here, the beautiful girl coming here, this phrase also starts with the determiner the. You can see here the. Therefore, the phrase is a noun phrase. So what are the constituents? What are the elements that actually comprise the phrase, the noun phrase here? So here the phrase is actually talking about girl. So girl is the head word. Head word. I mean the phrase actually is about a girl, and other words tells more about the girl. The girl is beautiful. So this is her characteristic, her quality. So beautiful. Then coming here, what is she doing, or how can we find her out? So the determiner, this is premodifier. Beautiful. Why? Because this is placed before the noun, it modifies. So the word beautiful modifies the noun girl. So this is placed before the noun girl. This is what? This is pre-modifier. Pre means previously. Pre means purbe, age. So here the word beautiful has been placed before the noun girl, and coming here is placed after the noun girl. So beautiful is pre-modifier, and coming here post-modifier. Pre-modifier, post-modifier. So what are the components of a noun phrase? Determiners, pre-modifiers, head, post-modifier. 4 components. How many? 4. Determiners. So usually a noun phrase begins with a determiner, then comes pre-modifier, then the head word, I mean a noun which is modified or about which we talk about, and then comes post-modifier. So there have 4 constituents of a noun phrase. determiner, premodifier, head, postmodifier. But you have to keep in mind, a noun phrase may not always have all the 4 constituents. It needs just 2 constituents to be noun phrase. Just 2. If we find a determiner and the head, this is a noun phrase. So if it is the girl, just suppose here is no beautiful, the word beautiful, and here is no coming here. These are just give cross. So what remains? The girl. This is also noun phrase. So there are 2 components, determiner and head word. Second, if we find premodifier and head, I mean the noun. So suppose here is no coming here. We give cross here. So what remains? Beautiful girl. This is also noun phrase. For example, the beautiful is omitted. This is not here. So just girl coming here. This is also noun phrase. So if we find just 2 constituents of the 4 constituents of a noun phrase, this is noun phrase. So a noun phrase may have 4 constituents, 3 constituents, or sometimes at least 2 constituents. I hope you are clear. So let's talk about the modifiers of noun phrase. Premodifiers. So the elements, the constituents that are used as premodifiers of noun. So first of all, we have to talk about what? Determinants. Determinants are actually one kind of premodifiers of noun. So what are the determinants? In your question, SSC question, there will be instruction in the bracket and you have to follow that very instruction. Just keep in mind the elements I'm talking about here and practice. Go to practice and your practice will guide you. This determinants are number 1, article. So we have to be very careful about the uses of article in sentences. Article A, and D. Number 2, possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns. My, our, your, his, her, their, etc. So these are possessive pronouns. These are determinants. Premodifiers number 3. Demonstratives. Demonstrative pronouns. They are this, that, these, those. This, that, these, those. We know this is used for a singular noun, that is near. That used for singular noun, but the thing it modifies should be far. This plural, those plural. Nearer, further. Okay. This man, that man. This man, that man. These boys, those boys. So, kache, dure. Singular, plural. So, these are actually about this, that, these, those. Demonstrative pronouns. Number 4. quantifiers. Number 4, what? Quantifiers. Quantifiers. This talks about quantity. Quantity. How much? How much? How many? How much? How many? So the words here we use usually are many, much, few, little, several, a lot of, lots of, etc. etc. So these are the words we usually use as quantifiers of a noun. So these are modified determinants. And then number 5, numerals. Numerals, I mean numbers. That can be cardinal. Cardinal, that means that we count 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. 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 So 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 dot. Then ordinal. Ordinal, that means that comes in order, first, second, third, etc. etc. So first, second, third. Dot, 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 dot. So there have also some other numerals. Those are general ordinals, that might be other, next, dot, dot, dot. So these are also determinants of noun, and in your HSC syllabus there will be instructions pre-modify like this: pre-modify the noun with a determiner, pre-modify the noun with a demonstrative, pre-modify the noun with a possessive, etc. etc. like this. So this part will help you solve those problems. So dear students, in today's class I have talked about just what modifiers are, how we can use modifiers, and what are the parts of a species that are modified. And in the last part I have given you a synopsis of determiners, I mean about pre-modifiers of noun phrases. So in my next classes, the classes that are coming ahead will be on modifiers, I mean pre-modifiers of noun, post-modifiers of noun, pre and post-modifiers of verb, adjective and adverbs, and thus there will be a series of lectures on this very topic. I'd request you to follow all my classes. Be very attentive, be very careful, and after attending those classes, the item will be clearer, and I will also bring some passages here for you so that we can together practice and be perfect in the uses of modifiers. So dear students, I hope you will be with me, you will support me by subscribing my channel and help me continue my classes. Thank you all for today. Keep safe.